Fox 2's M.L. Elric was the first to expose the state rep who no longer lives in his district. Now he's investigating another local lawmaker with residency issues.
Wayne County Commissioner Burton Leland lists a co-op in Detroit as his official residence. That may be why he wasn't very happy when M.L. found him living 75 miles away in East Lansing.
Good morning, Commissioner Leland. M.L. Elric, Fox 2.
How you doing?
What are you doing here?
Well, I got a place here.
What about your place on Bentler?
Yeah, I'll be there this afternoon.
Why don't we ever see you there, but we always see you here in East Lansing?
Could I maybe get some other clothes on?
Well, we'll shoot you from the neck up. We're just hoping to get some answers
All right,
on
wait a second. Just wait a second. Let me get rid of this. Wait a second.
Well, as we wait for the commissioner to come out, let's take a look at what we do have here. For more than 20 years, Burton Leland has been serving Detroit's West Side in Lansing and on the Wayne County Commission. His candidacy papers say he lives in a modest co-op on Bentler. That's where I first went looking for him. Got the great seal, the great county of Wayne. This must be the place. It says right here, Burton Leland, 17254 Bentler. 17254 Bentler. Looks like no one's to home. I wonder where they could be. I wonder. At about the same time I was looking for Leland in Detroit, photographer Dave Mabry found him in East Lansing. Preparing for a little spring cleaning, perhaps. 2 days later, we found Leland in East Lansing again. This time, hitting the garden section. As you can see, Leland has a lovely garden at his home on Colorado Drive in East Lansing. It's a home he and his family first moved into more than 20 years ago. After gussing up a bit, the commissioner came back to speak with me, and he says this house may be for sale soon.
How you doing? I will probably be selling the house shortly because the market has turned and I'll get my money back. I have a place in Detroit. You know, I can live in several places, and that's it. I've got a very part-time job. I travel around. The commission doesn't keep me busy 5 days a week.
That's not a full-time job?
No, of course it's not.
Really?
Yeah, really.
How much time would you say you spend on it?
Is that a surprise that the county commission is on a full-time job?
Well, I think the taxpayers are paying a full-time wage.
Well, you should take that up with the taxpayers then. Maybe that'll get changed.
While Wayne County Commissioner is technically a part-time job, it's a gig that pays more than 60 grand a year. And some of Leland's colleagues work as if it was a full-time job. But there is a larger issue here. That's whether Leland even qualifies to serve. You see, county commissioners are required to be residents of the districts they represent. That's a subject that Leland didn't care to discuss on Monday. Well, you know what, let's talk about these papers.
I'm done.
This says 1703 Colorado Drive.
Talk with my constituents, see what they feel about it.
This says Burton and Roseanne Leland, 1703 Colorado Drive.
I'll be in Detroit later today. Okay, you want to come by my Detroit house? Give me a time, I'll be there. I'm just getting ready to go.
Well, it's kind of hard to find you there. Why don't you give us a time? What time should we meet you there?
What's good?
You tell me.
I'll be there.
See, I start the week where I live, which is in Detroit.
Okay, we're done. So long, guys. Talk to my neighbors.
Which neighbors, here or in Detroit? I'm no lawyer, so I turned to constitutional scholar and law professor Robert Sedler for his take on residency.
Someone who is on the Wayne County Board of Commissioners should be living with his family, if there is a family, in Wayne County, and above all, be registered to vote.
In the final bid to clear things up, Leland came out again.
This is America. You can sleep where you want to sleep, own as much property as you want to own, and that's the deal.
But Leland couldn't explain how it was that a man who says he lives in Detroit could send both of his kids to public high school in East Lansing. What about the public schools issue? East Lansing Public Schools says...
Give you some more information.
Well, no. I have another question for you about the public schools. They say you can only send your kids to East Lansing Public Schools if you live in East Lansing or Ingham County. We're done. We still have questions.
We're done. Watch it there, guys.
Are you going to come out again? Because we can stay. We can stay if you want. I guess we won't have to stay. Now, I've just come out of federal court where Mr. Leland was facing being thrown off the ballot by one of his opponents. The judge ruled in that case in a very narrow way that she did not present enough evidence that Mr. Leland was not living in the district 30 days prior to entering this race. So Mr. Leland gets to stay on the ballot. His opponent, who thinks he's not a resident, we've seen evidence that he's not a resident, He's going to stay on the ballot, and she says she's just going to run her race and hope to knock him out at the polls in August. Reporting live from the federal courthouse downtown, ML Elric, Fox 2 News.